Hey guys, it's been ages since I made a video, so I thought I would. So, basically, one of the cool things about the internet is that you have loads and loads and loads and loads of information about guitar and about how to play guitar better. Unfortunately, 90% of that information is terrible. Either it's playing wrong, or it's described so badly that you'd never be able to learn anything from it. So I thought I'd put together basically a video which can point you towards what I think are some of the best resources on the net. Obviously I've missed lots. If anyone wants to send me a private message or something to get me to look at their stuff, I'd be more than happy to. And to recommend it indeed if it's good. So first thing, obviously I spend a lot of time on ultimateguitar.com, and I'd recommend going to the forums, the Musician Talk and Advanced Techniques forums in particular, if you have any quick questions. Next thing would be, there's this chap called Robert Moretti, and he has just recently created this free ebook on practice. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware of the Principles of Correct Practice for Guitar by Jamie Andres, which is fantastic, and the site is also pretty damn good. So here's a link to that. And Robert Moretti's practice book is basically probably even slightly more useful for a contemporary guitarist. It focuses less on finger picking, it's much more general, and it's very easy to understand, got nice diagrams, and here's a link for that. Okay, so on top of that, we've got some great things on practice. Now practice, obviously, you want to make the most of it because it's what makes you better, and making better practice equals eventually better musicianship. So the next thing I would recommend is a couple of ear training sites, because our ears are the most important things for us musicians. I'd recommend goodear.com and musictheory.net. So cool thing about those sites is that, first of all, musictheory.net actually offers lots of help with reading notation as well. It's got trainers for interval hearing, all kinds, and goodear.com is just so comprehensive, it's crazy. It's the only site I've ever seen that ever actually trained you into hearing advanced jazz chords, for example. And I just don't know of any other free resource that does that, and I repeat again, free, which is amazing. Next things are YouTube. Oh my god, the amount of stuff available on YouTube is incredible, but I won't mention any names here, but there is some terrible advice being given out on YouTube. Not mentioning names here, but I've seen advice that if you followed it would give you carpal tunnel syndrome in a week. Real stuff that could ruin your day as a musician, so to speak. So I've create a playlist now basically with what I think are lessons that will wake you up to interesting musical concepts, things that just need to be seen, like Alan Holdsworth's playing if you haven't already, and just short lessons especially that really focus and describe really well common ideas and important ideas for guitarists especially, and musicians in general sometimes. Okay, so that's all of that. Let me see what else. Well, prominently on YouTube there's Justin Sanderco, who is a fantastic teacher. He's a pro teacher. Everything's available completely free on YouTube. If you aren't taking advantage of this kind of stuff, you're a moron. I'll say it that way. If this kind of stuff had been available when I started playing, I would be years ahead, So make the most of it. Similarly, Riff of the Week by Dave Wiener. Here we've got a guy who plays with Steve Vai for a living, and he's teaching for free on YouTube. If you don't understand how incredible this is, there's no hope for you. It's like, if 50 years ago Segovia had been willing to come into your living room and play through things slowly so you could get them right, and then you could pause and rewind them, it's just mind-blowing. Obviously, I'll plug my own stuff here. I wrote a big thing on technique for Ultimate Guitar that covers lots and lots of stuff. I do my own videos on YouTube. If you subscribe, it makes me happy. If you leave comments, it makes me happy. If you leave nasty comments, it makes me laugh. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this has been of some use to you. If not, just go start browsing YouTube, find something that is.